Hi, everybody. This is Andrew Benjamin with MMASucka.com. We're talking with Jaylon Bates, who will be taking on Mark Coates at Bellator 283, July 22nd. You can see the fights on YouTube and the rest of the card on Showtime. And Jaylon, thank you so much for talking. I really appreciate you taking your time out today.
Hey, I'm happy to be here, brother. This is my fifth one of the day, or fourth one of the day. I don't know. Been up since like 8 this morning, so
Gotcha.
I'm happy to do it, bro. How are you?
Things are good. Things are good here in New York. But let's talk about you. You got a fight coming up against Mark Coates. I know it's a little bit a few weeks out before the fight. How's training going? How's if you're cutting, how's that going? Yeah, just how's your overall condition so far?
Everything is going amazing, bro. Training. Just did some pad work with coach this morning, and learning a lot. We're gonna bring out different tools in this next fight, and it's not going the distance. I mean, but if it does go distance, we'll be ready for that, and I'm gonna dominate all 15 minutes. But it's not going the distance, and I'm gonna go out there and submit my guy. I'm gonna go out there. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna take him down, and I'm gonna submit him.
I was at your last Bellator fight, 274, and I know at the post-fight press conference, you said that you were not happy with your overall performance, and are you looking to rectify? Even though that was a win for you and it's a finish, are you looking to rectify, try to get a quicker win? Is that what you want to do this time? Do you want to do 3 rounds of domination? Like, what do you want to do to improve in your mind from your last fight?
Shoot, I want to perform to my highest potential. I know I have a God-given ability to fight, and I've only been fighting for the last 2 years, and I know that me fighting is going to be me going out there and showcasing my skills and what I'm truly capable of. It's yeah, I in a sense I do want to rectify it. But more importantly, I just want to show up to my highest potential.
So as a young prospect, undefeated, and facing off against Mark Coates, will you beat him? Do you want somebody who's in the rankings next after you beat him?
No, unless we're getting paid like that big money, no. But I do. But I want to. I live in Cali. Cali is expensive to live. So after this, I want to. I want to fight someone like a Caspel, someone like a Jornel Lugo, someone like even if they give me like some up and comer, I don't care. But I want to fight someone just to I want to fight on the main card. That's what I really want to do. Get on the main card, start fighting on the main card, and then after that, then methodically and systematically take out everyone who's in the top 10.
Mm-hmm. So still as a young fighter, it's like, so I'm curious to know, from the first day that you started doing this till now, how has your mind, if anything, has changed? Has anything changed about your mindset towards fighting in your short pro career so far?
Hell no. I still like losing in the gym. I still like getting my ass whooped in the gym because I feel like that's where it starts. For me, when I first started training MMA, I was at Syndicate with John Wood and all those guys, and it was a learning experience. I was training with Jesse Jess at the time, and Chaz Mulkey, and Jordan Levitt, who's Natan Levy, all those guys who are now in the UFC, and but I was losing. I was good, but I was losing, and I was only amateur, and then that's where I feel like it would, but showing up day in and day out. I kept showing up day in and day out. I kept going forward, and I feel like that's just, I don't know if that's the biggest mentality of just coming from the fight capital of the world, but that's just what it was. I was just like, well, I'm gonna keep showing up because I know fighting is also, no matter it's about your skill, but it's also how tough are you. I mean, especially MMA. Boxing, you don't have to really be tough, but MMA, you gotta be tough, motherfucker. And I just kept showing up, kept going forward. And nothing's changed my mindset. I still want to learn. I still want to lose in the gym. If I lose, I'm gonna lose in the gym. I lose in the gym all the time. And I don't mind that though. I'd rather lose in the gym than lose a day in that cage. And I've always said that. That's what matters. So keep learning, keep absorbing knowledge like a sponge, asking questions, being curious. What if this happened? You know, what if this? And keep evolving my game, keep adapting, keep learning, keep evolving, keep moving.
I'm curious to know, have you studied anything on your opponent, or have your coaches do that? Or if you don't, is that something that you normally do for your opponents?
Not really. I mean, I might watch a fight or two, but other than that, I don't really study them. I just see, okay, who do you fight? Oh, the guy he fought sucks. So, all right. Well, in that case, you don't really have anything to go on. Me personally, I feel like for me, watching, being a fan of MMA, I'm watching more of these guys fighting now. You know, the Barzola and Magomed fight, the Sabatello and Higo fight, the Sabatello and Lugo fight, the the Patchy Mix and who'd Patchy Mix fight before that? I think Patchy
Horiguchi, he fought in the tournament.
Yeah. So Patchy Horiguchi fight. Like I'm watching more of my future opponents than anything because this is how they've been fighting. And I don't want to say it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, but an old dog doesn't want to learn new tricks. And I don't want to have that mentality. I want to, as I get older, I want to still be curious and I still want to be like, wow, I didn't think of that. I want to learn this. I want to learn this. So I want to be a student of the game until I retire. And then that's going to put me ahead of all these guys. And that'll cement my legacy at 135. And so, yeah, no, not too much tape or anything like that. I just know hone my skill, be relentless in my attack and win. Thank you.
So I wanted to, bantamweight is in a stacked division, almost every promotion at this point. And I'm curious, I want to hear from you, and for people that may not be familiar with you, why should people look at you as the next big thing in bantamweight?
I'm undefeated. No, I'm just playing. Because I have a mentality and a spirit and tenacity to me that's different than a lot of these guys. And I'm not doing this just because I'm good at it. I'm doing it to cement my legacy. I grew up street fighting. I got into a lot. So yeah, no, I'm just saying, yeah, I mean, I've been fighting a lot my whole life. I've been competing a lot my whole life. And I'm a competitor. But more than that, I'm a champion. I have a winning mindset. I have a championship mindset. And no one's going to deny me. No one's going to stop me. My record speaks for itself. And I'm just going to continue doing what I do best, and that's winning. I'm a winner through and through. I'm a champion through and through. And I have something that a lot of people don't have, and that's it. I'm going to just continue. I'm just continue on path towards greatness. And either they can support me or they can wait for my downfall, but they're going to be waiting a long time for my downfall because that shit ain't happening.
I also like to know a lot about like what fighters do outside fighting, and I couldn't help but notice on your Twitter you retweeted something about the WWE SmackDown versus Raw games on PS2.
My game, I used to play that, create my character and all that, wrestle and stuff. Honestly, it makes me want to get a PlayStation 2 just to play that game again because those are they're very fond childhood memories, and yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was going to ask you, have you ever thought about going to pro wrestling? That seems to be a thing with MMA fighters now, is to go into pro wrestling.
Yeah, it could. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to say no. That'd be awesome. But for me, I see myself being more of a real estate developer, investor in real estate. If anything, if I was gonna do something extreme next, it would be motocross, to be honest. I love dirt bike, passion for dirt bikes. Living when I do my hobbies, take on my hobbies like that, and do my extracurriculars. But I've always for dirt young, and jumping, there's nothing like it. You're like, wow. I was like 15, 16 years old, and I'm 25 now. But after either once I start making a lot of money, and I'm gonna get back into my passion for dirt bikes, track racing, jumping hills, motocross, X Games, Monster Games, all that. Very fun.
Gotcha. And so with this fight coming up, you said, do you have a prediction? You said you're gonna take him down and submit him. I believe you said that, right?
Yeah, take him down, submit him. Yeah, he said, he called me a boy. He said he's not gonna get submitted by any belt lower than him. I don't respect that. And he's got another thing coming. He can say whatever he wants, but when you get in there with me and I'm trying to hurt you, it's totally different. I fight totally different when I'm trying to hurt somebody, and especially someone who I feel has disrespected me. Maybe that's my ego, maybe that's my pride talking, but it is what it is. I wouldn't call him a boy, and I wouldn't say there's no way he can win. He can win. I'm not saying it's possible he could win in another universe, in another dimension, not this one. But
another multiverse, another multiverse or something like that.
Multiverse, yeah, something like that, but not in this one. In this one, I'm running shit at 135, and he's gonna feel that. He's gonna see that, and I just keep going. I'm gonna just keep doing my thing. Stay calm, cool, collected, calculated. Take him out.
With that, just curious with those comments. Is that the first time someone's ever in a fight? Is that the first time you ever got in this trash talk? Because you don't strike me as somebody who really trash talks. You're confident, but you don't trash talk your opponent. But now, is this the first time someone said called you such words, and now you feel much more? Is there much more personal and emotional stakes at this for you?
Actually, speaking of no, actually one of the guys that was offered to me, one of the guys that was offered to me, his name was Abdul Kamara. He was the last guy I fought, and he was like, you're soft. He was calling me soft. He was calling me cheesecake. He's gonna be like, after I win, you owe me a cheesecake and all this stuff. And I went out there and TKO'd him, and then they offered me to fight him again, and I turned it down because he never gave me my cheesecake. But the shit talking he was talking, I love it when guys talk shit. It makes me even more excited to fight them, because everything I do is inside. I'm a very introspective person. I'm very introverted inside me. And when they shit talk, it makes me go deeper into myself, and I say, okay, well, I'm gonna figure this out. And once I figure it out, it's over. So yeah, this is my first time being professional since a guy talked shit, except Joe Sapino. When Joe, after I beat him, and he's like, all you can do is wrestle. You suck, motherfucker. All this, and I'm like, oh, but I just won, so I don't really care about that. But I even told Joe, I said, next time. I said this at the time, obviously being my first Bellator fight, but I said, next time we fight, I'll finish you. No doubt in my mind, because I'm a finisher. And when you look at majority of my fights, out of 14 fights, I've only not finished 4 of them, amateur and pro. No, hold on. Let me make sure that's correct. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah. Out of 14 fights, I've only not finished 4 of them. So I'm a finisher. And that's the way I'm going to continue. I like to figure out the puzzle, I like to figure out the game. I like to figure out the chess match. And once I figure it out, it's history.
And and so curious to know, what round do you think you'll finish Mark Coates? What round are you predicting?
First round submission.
Okay.
First round submission. I'm gonna put the pressure on him early. He said he's a pressure fighter. Bring the pressure, because when I hit you and you start backing up, and then I'm gonna shoot my takedown. And you can wrestle if you want to, but I'm gonna get that takedown. I'm gonna get your back, and I'm gonna submit you. Or
is that your favorite?
Go
ahead.
Or I'm gonna take you down. You're gonna go on your back, and you're gonna play that game, and I'm gonna kick the shit out of your legs until you're gonna be forced to either stand up and deal with it, or just take punishment. And I don't know. I just see it as first round. He's not coming out of the first round.
Gotcha. I think most of your finishes, at least I think all of your finishes by pro have been, I think, with the rear naked choke, if I'm correct, right?
Most of them I've had, I think, two arm bars, one rear naked choke, and one Japanese necktie.
Okay. Yes. The Japanese necktie is a very rare submission. I think I'm trying to think if anybody else has gotten one, but there's, it's very rare. That's a very rare submission to get in MMA in general,
right,
at any level.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead. Were you about to say something?
No, I was saying, yeah, right. It is very rare. So it just shows that, and it's not like that's not a move that at the time we were going over. We weren't training that in the gym, and and I still hit it. I didn't even know what I was hitting. I was just like, I'm gonna submit this dude. I got around his neck, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking choke him out.
One of the last questions I have for you is, so your nickname New Breed, how was that bestowed upon you?
I came up with it myself. I decided before my fights that what I'm doing, no one's done what I'm doing ever. No one's been 9-0. As an amateur, I started fighting on my own, and then to get to Bellator as fast as I did with no other fights in any other promotions, no one's done that. And I'm a new breed. I'm a different type of human being, and that's why I just made that nickname for myself.
Gotcha. And so before we go, Jaylon, I just want to give you an opportunity to plug your social media, sponsors. I don't know if you have a Twitch account, whatever you want to go ahead and plug. The floor is yours.
Hey guys, thank you for your support. Thank you, Andrew, for having me on here. I want to thank Team Body Shop, Antonio McKee, my head coach and trainer, Wylo Wanderson, AJ McKee, everyone who supports me, helped me train for this fight. Thank you to Bellator for promoting me and pushing me the way that you guys are. I appreciate that. Guys, go follow me on Instagram, newbreed_MMA. Continue to watch the rise to the top. This is only the beginning. We haven't even reached the tip of the iceberg yet. I've only been professional for the last 2 years. And with me being professional the last 2 years, it's going to be a testament to show how great I'm going to be in the next 2 years. So just keep watching out for me and keep looking out. Go follow me on Facebook, Jaylon Bates, JYLON BATS. Go follow me on Twitter, newbreed_MMA. I'm not on Twitter too much, but it is what it is. And guys, those follows, share me with your friends, all that stuff. You guys follow me now. I mean, it might not look like much, but even though my first couple fights I wrestle a lot, you guys don't realize I'm saving my stand-up. You guys be like, oh shit, that kid's good. And I'm going to be like, I've always been good. I just never wanted to use it. I never wanted to show it to everyone, because if I show it to everyone, then people are going to be able to prepare for it. It's about deception. This is the art of war. So you guys, just support me, share me with your friends. You guys are going to see some sick stuff. I got some merch. I'm working on some merch coming out. I'm working on some rash guards for you guys for my jiu-jitsu players coming out. So just support me, and stay rocking with me. I'll see you guys at the top.
Oh, and sorry, one last question. If you have any last comments you want to say about your opponent, Mark Coates as well, or is yours?
No. No comments.
No comments. Okay. You'll save it. You'll save all the comments for the cage.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna let the actions do the talking. He already said what he said. I don't have nothing to say back to him. Let's get that work. He wants to smoke. I'm the fire that started it.
Great. You could catch Jaylon Bates versus Mark Coates at Bellator 283, July 22nd, and it'll be available on YouTube in the prelims. And you can catch the rest of the show on Showtime through the Showtime app. And Jaylon, thank you once again for your time. Looking forward to your fight, man. I'm looking for that. I'm looking forward to seeing your climb to the top, man. It's gonna be a fun. It's gonna be a fun adventure seeing you climb up.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you,
No
Andrew.
problem.
Have a good
Thank
one.
you.